Tesla's biggest story today is not just the semi coming off a high volume production line. The real story is that Tesla is entering a new execution test. And when we look at today's news, some parts of the business look strong, while others still need proof. Hi everyone, welcome back to Life in the Future. Today's Tesla update is interesting because it is not simply bullish or bearish. We have a major positive signal from the Tesla Semi, but we also have questions around Cybertruck RWD demand, stronger incentives in Europe, possible Model Y L expansion into Canada, Giga Berlin's production milestone, and renewed discussion around FSD safety and regulation. So instead of just listing headlines, let's connect the dots. What does today's news tell us about Tesla's next phase? Let's start with the Tesla Semi. Tesla has revealed that the first Semi has come off its high-volume production line in Nevada. This is a real milestone. The Semi was first introduced back in 2017, but until now, production has mainly been limited to pilot-scale output and deliveries to customers like PepsiCo. So this shows that Tesla is finally moving the Semi from promise into the beginning of industrial execution. But investors need to be careful. This does not mean mass deliveries have already started. It means Tesla has reached the starting line of the ramp. The key questions are now very simple. How many semis can Tesla actually build this year? Can deliveries expand beyond PepsiCo? Can charging infrastructure support real fleet operations? And can the economics work for logistics companies? That last point is especially important. A logistics company will not buy the Semi because it looks cool. They care about fuel savings, maintenance costs, uptime, charging time, payload, and route efficiency. So yes, this is positive news. But the real test begins from here. The bigger picture is that the Semi is not just about trucks. It is about whether Tesla can expand beyond passenger vehicles. If Tesla can make the Semi work, it could connect vehicles, batteries, charging infrastructure, fleet software, and energy management into one commercial ecosystem. That could become a meaningful long-term opportunity, but it will not change Tesla's financials overnight. For now, Semi is a signal, a good signal, but still one that needs production data and customer adoption to prove itself. Now let's move to Cybertruck. There are questions around weak demand for the Cybertruck RWD model. This discussion started because of a recall document involving some RWD Cybertrucks, where the number of affected vehicles appeared small, but we should be careful. A recall population does not necessarily equal total sales, so I would not claim that this number tells us exactly how many RWD Cybertrucks were sold, but the product positioning question is still valid. The RWD version was cheaper than the AWD version, but it also removed several features, and for a premium vehicle like Cybertruck, that can be a problem. If buyers are already spending a large amount of money, they may simply think, why not pay more and get the better equipped version? So this does not mean Cybertruck as a whole is failing, but it may suggest that the RWD trim was not attractive enough at its price point. For investors, that matters because Cybertruck is also a test of Tesla's pricing power and product strategy. Next is Europe. Tesla has reportedly strengthened its referral program for Model 3 and Model Y in Europe. The free supercharging benefit reportedly increased from 1,000 kilometers to 2,000 kilometers. At first glance, this sounds like a small update, but I think it matters. Tesla is trying to support demand in Europe without making a direct price cut. A price cut is powerful, but it can hurt margins and brand perception. Free supercharging is softer. It gives customers more value without lowering the official vehicle price. So I do not see this as panic, but I do see it as a sign that Europe remains competitive and Tesla still needs to stimulate demand. For investors, incentives are not automatically bad, but they are always worth watching. Now, let's talk about Model YL. A Model YL related section reportedly appeared on Tesla's Canadian online store. Model YL is a 6-seat long wheelbase version of the Model Y, currently produced in Shanghai. This is not an official launch confirmation, but it may be a sign that Tesla is preparing for a future release. And strategically, this makes sense. Some families want more space than a regular Model Y, but do not want to pay Model X prices. A 6-seat Model YL could fill that gap. This is important because Tesla does not always need a completely new vehicle to create new demand. Sometimes, extending an existing platform is enough. If Model YL expands into Canada or other markets, it could help Tesla refresh the Model Y story and reach more family buyers. Next is Giga Berlin. Tesla's Giga Berlin has reached 1 million drive units produced. This is not the flashiest headline, but it is important. A drive unit includes key EV components like the motor, gearbox, and power electronics. So this milestone shows that Tesla's European manufacturing base is becoming more mature. And that matters because Tesla's strength is not only software or brand, it is also manufacturing depth. Can Tesla build critical components locally? Can it reduce complexity? Can it improve costs over time? These quiet milestones are part of Tesla's long-term competitiveness. Now we need to talk about FSD. The Dawn project has reportedly submitted information to Congress regarding crashes it claims involve Tesla's driver assistance or self-driving related technology. This is a sensitive topic, so we need to be precise. It would not be accurate to simply say FSD caused these accidents. We need to know which system was active, whether it was FSD or autopilot, what the driver was doing, and what the investigations actually show. But for investors, the broader issue is important. FSD is not only a technology story, it is also a trust story and a regulation story. Even if Tesla's system improves, rollout can still slow down if regulators and the public do not trust it. That is why FSD remains both one of Tesla's biggest opportunities and one of its biggest risks. If Tesla earns regulatory confidence, FSD could become a massive long-term value driver. But if safety concerns dominate the narrative, expansion could become more difficult. Finally, the used Tesla market. Reports suggest that Model X was one of the fastest-selling used vehicles in the US in the first quarter of 2025, with Model Y, Model S, and Cybertruck also ranking strongly. For Tesla owners, this matters because used demand affects resale value. Of course, used car data depends on location, year, mileage, trim, and pricing, so we should not overstate it. But strong used Tesla turnover is still a positive signal. It suggests that even in a more competitive EV market, Tesla vehicles still have real demand in the secondhand market. So let's bring everything together. Today's Tesla news is mixed but useful. The Semi is a major step forward. Cybertruck RWD raises a product positioning question. Europe incentives suggest Tesla is supporting demand carefully. Model YL could expand the Model Y family. Giga Berlin shows quiet manufacturing progress. FSD remains a huge upside opportunity, but also a regulatory risk. And the used Tesla market gives owners some reassurance. For long-term investors, the key question is not whether Tesla had a good or bad news day. The real question is whether Tesla is executing across multiple fronts. Can Semi scale? Can Cybertruck find the right market? Can Europe stabilize? Can Model Y keep evolving? Can FSD win regulatory trust? And can manufacturing progress support long-term margins? In my view, today's news tells us something very important. Tesla is entering a phase where execution matters more than hype. And for long-term investors, That is exactly what we should be watching. That's it for today's video. If this analysis helped you understand what is really happening behind the Tesla headlines, please hit the like button. And if you want daily Tesla updates with a long-term investor perspective, make sure to subscribe to Life in the Future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Before we wrap up, let me take a moment to introduce myself. I drive a Tesla Model Y, and at home, I've installed a Tesla Powerwall, so I actually charge my car with solar energy. I truly believe Tesla is shaping the future, and that's why I share the latest news and insights here on this channel. I'm from Japan, but I want to connect with Tesla fans all around the world. That's why I also create an English version of my videos. YouTube now lets you switch the audio into your own language, so you can enjoy it in whatever language you prefer. Most of all, I'd love to connect with Tesla fans everywhere so we can support Tesla together. I also share updates on X, so feel free to follow me there and let's connect. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.